Hey everyone, Ryan from Ebike, and in this video I'm going to give you my first impressions on the Lectric XP 2.0. Before we dive in, if you are looking to purchase a Lectric XP, please consider using the link in the description before you make your purchase, as it helps me continue to make videos like this one. I will also have links to some of our resources, our electric bike accessories list, our electric bike deals page, and finally our top e-bike brands page, where obviously Lectric is included. With that, let's get a closer look at the Lectric XP 2.0, and I'll give you some of my thoughts after riding it here for a few days. All right, here is the Lectric XP 2.0, and this is the step-through version in black, and I just received it a few weeks ago, and I will make a note on shipment time. When I first purchased this electric bike, the estimate was 7 weeks, and it took about 9 or 10, right around there, so not too bad. And I felt that Lectric did a pretty good job of updating me along the way on when this bike would be shipped out. I did receive the battery separately a few weeks earlier, and I also received the upgraded front headlight, which I'll talk about in another video. I actually have a bunch of videos planned for this bike. And I do have the cargo accessories on order, so that includes the rear basket as well as the front rack and front basket. And Lectric sent an email just the other day stating that they were not happy with the quality of the components that they had received. So they're going with a different manufacturer, it sounds like, and they are estimating that they will be shipped out in October or I believe November. All right, now let's get into some of my first impressions of this electric bike. I think the first one, when I first turned the bike on and hopped on, I was very surprised at how powerful this motor is. So they say this is a 500 watt motor that peaks at 800 watts, and I haven't even put it in class 2 mode. And this bike has a lot of speed right from the get-go. Even in pedal assist 3, I was struggling to provide some of my own power with this electric bike. So if you have any concerns about the motor, of course I'll be doing a full review on this electric bike, taking it up some huge hills. But first impressions, the motor is plenty powerful. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was assembly, because this was the easiest electric bike for me to put together. A lot of times you have to put on the handlebars, which can take some time, and sometimes there's other components as well, the pedals. And one of the nice things with the Lectric XP is it actually comes folded, because of course this is a folding electric bike, and literally the only thing you have to do is put on the handlebars or the stem via this quick release. So it's incredibly easy, not much to it. You can watch my live unboxing if you want to. I do think the assembly is a differentiator for Lectric because it takes very little skill to put this bike together. When you're looking at other electric bikes, perhaps having a bike shop put it together, that's going to add to the cost, and that's something to keep in mind with the Lectric. It's going to be very easy, and in fact, I had to make no adjustments to the derailleur. I didn't have to make any adjustments to the mechanical disc brakes. Now, I don't know if I was just lucky or they spend a little bit more time adjusting some of these things because they know the bike is going to be pretty much unfolded. You put the handlebars on and they want it ready for you to ride. A lot of electric bikes, you at least have to do some adjustments. So I'll be curious, if you own this electric bike, let me know if you had to do any adjustments to those types of things. But assembly, very easy. I was very pleased. And for people who are not mechanically inclined, that is a selling point for this bike. Another thing that I wanted to call out is just the looks of the bike. So this is obviously the black version, although it does have a navy tint to it, I would say. And one pleasant surprise was even the fenders are paint matched. It just looks really great. And for a $1,000 electric bike, it just wasn't something that I was expecting. Very often you see simple plastic fenders. These are actually made out of metal. And so I was pleasantly surprised there. Of course, they come pre-installed, and the rear rack also comes installed. Again, just for the value of this electric bike, $1,000, you get a bike that is fully outfitted, ready for you to go. You could put some panniers on there if you wanted to. All right, and the next thing actually relates to the frame. And when the Lectric first came out, last year, and the price was, I believe, $799. People flocked to this electric bike. One of the reasons I wanted to review this electric bike is because so many people were buying it. They're offering it at an incredible price. Now, obviously, they increased the price this year, added some features. And I think besides the price, one of the reasons that this bike is so popular is because of the frame. Not only does it fold if you need to, but it is also a smaller frame compared to other, perhaps fat tire electric bikes. And with that smaller frame, that means that more people are going to feel more comfortable on this electric bike. You can see with the step-through version, you have a ton of weight towards the bottom. It's not going to be as top heavy. And so I think that is why this bike is so popular, because for perhaps more petite riders, they are going to feel more comfortable on it. And finally, I wanted to talk about comfort. So one of the main changes that they made with the 2.0 is this front suspension. Now, there isn't a ton of travel there, but when I've been riding this electric bike over the last few days, hitting a few bumps, I have certainly appreciated that this has front suspension. So really like that they added that. They also went with some narrower 3-inch tires, which I think was a good call. You can still run them at lower pressure, and that certainly is going to add additional comfort. And finally, let's just talk a little bit about the seat. So this is an actual branded Lectric seat, and they do sell a package where you can get a giant seat as well as a suspension seat post. Now, I opted not to purchase that package because I think what the ideal thing would be to do is to purchase a high quality suspension seat post. The one they sell looks a little bit more simple. So my suggestion would be to start with a high quality suspension seat post, see how it feels, and then decide after that whether you want to upgrade to a more comfortable saddle. And I actually feel like this saddle is plenty comfortable. In fact, I would say it might be the most comfortable saddle that has come stock on any electric bike that I've tested out. All right, that sums up my initial impressions on the Lectric XP 2.0. I am super excited to do a lot more with this electric bike. If you have any comments or you own one of these electric bikes, I'd love to hear what you think in the comment section below. Or if you have questions that you want me to address in a future video, also put them below and I will do my best to answer them. Again, if you're looking to purchase one of these Lectric electric bikes, please consider using the link in the description before you make your purchase, as it helps me continue to make videos like this one, other resources down there as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.